Welcome back to Whispers of the Unknown, the place where reality bends and truth hides between what we see and what we believe. Tonight, we travel back to a warm September morning in 1894 to a small isolated schoolyard in Ruwa, Zimbabwe, where 60 children witnessed something that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. Visitors from beyond the stars. This is not science fiction. This is not rumor. This is the Ariel School Encounter. So, get yourself comfortable, because what's coming, it will freeze your blood. Let's dive in. It was September 16, 1994. The air was dry, the sun relentless, the soundscape filled with cicadas and laughter. Ariel School was like any other, a small private school surrounded by fields and acacia trees, just outside Harare, Zimbabwe. During mid-morning break, about 60 children, aged 5 to 12, played outside, unsupervised, as teachers attended a meeting indoors. Then, something appeared in the sky, something metallic, silver, and alive. One child, Emily Trim, later recalled, "It was glinting in the sunlight, moving strangely, not like a plane. It hovered, and then it just landed near the bush line." Others pointed. Some froze. 3 or 4 disc-shaped objects seemed to glide down silently, kicking up dust. From one of them emerged figures. Small, black-suited, with large heads and enormous, almond-shaped eyes. The children's testimonies remain eerily consistent. One boy said, "They had thin necks. Their eyes were huge. I was scared. I couldn't move." Another girl added, "They looked at us like they wanted to tell us something, like they were speaking, but without words." No adults saw it. Only the children. And yet, every single one drew the same thing later that day. When teachers returned from their meeting, they found chaos. Dozens of children crying, shouting, describing spaceships and strange men. The headmistress, Cynthia Hint, one of Africa's leading UFO researchers, was notified. She arrived with a tape recorder and art paper. She asked the children separately to draw what they saw. 60 drawings, all depicting the same thing: a shiny disc, humanoid beings with large heads and beams of light. One sketch read, "They told us we must take care of the planet." Another, "They are warning us." But how could 60 children from diverse backgrounds invent the same vision independently? Hind later said, "They were telling the truth. You could see it in their eyes. The raw fear, the wonder, the confusion. This wasn't fantasy." 2 months later, Dr. John Mack, a Pulitzer Prize-winning psychiatrist from Harvard University, known for studying alien abductions phenomena, traveled to Zimbabwe to investigate. He spent days interviewing the children, one by one. "Can you tell me what you saw that day?" Mac asked the kids, one of the girls. This girl answered softly. They came close to us. They were looking at us. I felt something inside my head. They were telling me we are destroying the earth. Mac noted that none of the children appeared delusional or coached. Their stories were detailed, emotional, and consistent. He later wrote, they seemed genuinely traumatized by what they perceived. Their experiences reflected not deception, but a shared reality, one that challenged our understanding of consciousness itself. Many of the children describe a telepathic communication, warnings about technology, pollution, and human self-destruction. They say we must take care of the trees, the air, the planet. This ecological message became central to Mac's research, linking UFO encounters to spiritual awakenings rather than invasion. Emily Trim, years later as an adult, broke down in tears at a conference. I don't know why they chose us, but it changed my life. It's like they were inside my head, showing me visions of burning forests, dying oceans, like they were trying to save us from ourselves. Was it a shared hallucination? A psychological projection of collective fear? Or something far more mysterious? An intentional contact through the purest minds on earth. Children. Researchers still debate what truly happened that morning. Some suggest mass hysteria, a psychological contagion triggered by imagination and stress. Others believe military experimentation, secret aircraft tests witnessed by children unable to comprehend. And yet, there are inconsistencies. No known aircraft maneuvered silently like that in 1994. The terrain showed signs of flattened vegetation. And the drawings? Too consistent, too specific. Local villagers also reported seeing strange lights in the sky the night before. And on the same day, dozens of reports of UFOs came across southern Africa. Decades later, the Ariel School witnesses are now adults, artists, engineers, psychologists, mothers, and fathers. But they still remember. They still feel the message. They didn't harm us. One said. They were trying to tell us something that we needed to change. John Mack died in 2004, still defending their story. His legacy remains one of the most profound attempts to bridge science and the supernatural. Were those being extraterrestrial emissaries or reflection of our subconscious fears? A mirror held up by the universe itself? Either way, the event forced humanity to confront a question we still whisper in the dark. If contact is real, are we ready? When 60 children saw the same impossible thing, the world should have listened. Maybe it wasn't about aliens. Maybe it was about us. Because the greatest message wasn't of fear, it was of responsibility. Perhaps the Ariel School Encounter wasn't a warning from the stars, but a reminder from the cosmos that the future of Earth still rests in our hands. Open your mind. Question what you've been told. Welcome to Whispers of the Unknown. Until next time, keep your eyes on the sky and your mind on the mystery.